time for us to enter the mind of Matthew Archbold. Now,
I love it.
If you Google Matthew Archbold or Matt Archbold, you'll get these pictures of this guy that's a professional surfer, and he's very his physique is very athletic and so forth. I just want to point out that's a different Matthew Archbold.
But Matt's been working out. We know he goes to the gym. Maybe he does look like that now.
Yeah, that's true. We know that he writes real good. Hey, Matt,
yeah, we
how
do.
are you?
Hi, Matt.
I also have a lot less tattoos than the surfer Matt Archbold.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, then I know how to tell you apart. That's good. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. So I do have to start this off with recent brain research has shocked the world.
Oh.
In the journal, there's a journal actually called Intelligence. So that's the one you want to be seen reading on the subway.
Yeah,
like
that's
if
true.
you have something to read, Intelligence is the way to go. People, obviously that guy's intelligent.
That's right.
But they said overall brain function actually peaks between the ages of 55 and 60.
Oh.
So this is the age range I'm in right now.
Ooh.
So I am at my peak. So,
you are.
One, you guys should be very, very pleased that you have a guest that's at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, we've got you right in the right spot, at the right time.
That's right, the sweet spot.
But now I have a question. My wife is a few years younger than me. So I'm wondering, should I just ignore everything her underdeveloped brain has to say to me?
Not if you want a happy home. I think it's just a training, for you. Since you are wise, you know how to handle that. See?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Sage advice.
That's right. Oh, Matthew, there is so much on your creative minority report. I love it. Was there anything in particular you really liked? I mean, I like so many. We can't possibly talk about them all.
Well, I thought there was a very interesting story out. It came out yesterday, and I didn't get to it till this morning. But remember, and we had even discussed this, the rates of non-binary use in Gen Z were skyrocketing. You might remember, some of the polls indicated that in certain colleges, and 30% of Gen Z adults were identifying as non-binary or or something other than binary.
Yeah,
and those numbers in the most recent study have plummeted, absolutely plummeted, back down to something like 3.5. And
that's amazing.
That's an amazing thing that's happened. What we've just witnessed is the ebb of essentially what's a social contagion or an internet fad almost. The numbers would plummet that quickly, and that an entire generation would turn on something so inherent is really a pretty wild thing. So the good news is that they're returning to a traditional understanding of gender, and they're pushing off. Now, the one thing the study did say is that they're not necessarily more religious. And that's one thing I would say we have to do better right now is, look, these young people are obviously searching desperately for something, that they're willing to say, oh, I'm non-binary, and then say, no, I'm not. They're really, really searching for something. And I truly think now is the moment when Christians, especially Catholics, have to really open up the gospel to them and show them the good news. And we have to really sound a certain trumpet on all these issues, because the wildness and wackiness and insanity of the world, it has to be contrasted by the steadiness and stability of 2,000 years of church teaching.
Yeah.
And, that's how we stand out.
Do you think, Matthew, as I was reading this, I thought, I wonder, because it was about college kids. And so I'm wondering if how, all the news that surrounded the death of Charlie Kirk. I know even kids that didn't even really know who he was started to check him out on YouTube. I mean, I'm wondering if how that idea of you strike a leader down and there can be more power in a sense. I'm wondering if that is part of this. I know it's not all of it, but I wonder if it's part of it. What do you think?
It's funny. I was talking to this with one of my son's friends, and he's in college right now, and he was saying, and I said almost the exact same thing you just did. The kind of thing that you strike someone down and something unexpected happens. You strike a leader down, and he said, "You mean like the Star Wars thing?" I was like, "No, I was talking more a little older than that."
Well, and plus we have, we actually have the resurrection too. So it's not just about striking a leader down for, for us. That's for
right,
sure.
Right, exactly. but that is funny. But it is true, and that is the counterintuitive thing about Christianity all along. Is and we've talked about this. If at the end of the book, 11 guys go off to, preach the story of Christ. And, and the epilogue says, and guess what? They all got killed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You would be like, that's the worst book ever. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that's the saddest ending ever. But that's the truth of Christianity, but it's not the whole truth of Christianity.
Right.
Because the blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yeah.
And
that, oddly enough, that is how we grow. And the fact that Charlie Kirk was, brave enough to do that. Look, Charlie Kirk didn't go into this thinking that there was no chance he'd get shot. In many times before that, he had worn bulletproof vests. He had security. He knew there was a threat
Danger.
to this.
Yeah.
And God bless him, he persevered. Mm-hmm. And I think he did a lot of good. And I agree with you. I think a lot of young people woke up because of this, and woke up because they're also seeing the people who are gleefully dancing over his death. And there's something wrong there. And
right.
I think they all know it. I think it's an obvious human reaction. When someone gleefully dances on someone else's grave that was killed in front of their children, everyone has to know, okay, that's not the path I want to take. That's a dark path.
Yeah, that's pretty stark.
Right.
Well,
Boy,
there's so much there on creativeminority.reports.com. You got to check that out. Our time is always too short, Matthew. But
it is.
Going to have to carve out more time for you, I think. If you're willing to pay a little more. But
maybe we'll do an hour of Faith and Reason soon. We'll do something like that.
That's a good idea.
We'll kick back for an hour.
Yeah, it will probably.
I may steal you too for an hour. You never know.
All right,
light. Yeah.
Our people will call your people, and we'll make that happen.
There you go.
Thank you, Matthew Archbold.